Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and today I'm going to be doing another beautiful reading for you. So, out of the mess comes elegant order is the second card of the day, and the book kept falling down, and in the first reading, to be noticed, because it is definitely the message that's coming in. We like to categorize a mess in a mess and good things in a good thing, and we never put the two together to make them become something more. A lot of us. I know myself, I did that for many, many years. It's like, oh, let's hope there's not a mess there. Okay, we want peace and quiet. We don't want a mess. A mess is chaotic, and it throws everything and energy, and you feel bad. But when you start looking at life's messes as wisdom to be gained, you see a lot more, and it also helps you creatively. It develops new roads. Okay, so everything looks messy in the middle. If you knew that, you would be more allowing of the messes that show up. The universe is always seeking order and novelty at the same time. And it's funny to say in the middle. I was talking about standing in a tornado this morning and watching everything fly around you. So I think you're more aware of the messes when you're sitting in the middle, too. Okay? The universe is always seeking order and novelty at the same time. The novelty creates new ideas, pathways, and variations. The order creates coherence and consistency. So they both have a role to play. And in the two, you see that. There's the harmony between the two. Or the two, at least, bring in harmony, and that's what they were talking about. Realize the chaos, which we had the Tower card this morning. Confusion and turmoil are exactly what's needed now. Otherwise, you'd come to the exact same thought that thousands of others have had before. Nobody thinks they want a mess, but what if that is necessary to create something bigger and grander? Baking is full of broken eggs and spilled flour. But then the alchemical process turns our mess into a delicious cake. Yeah, don't forget the baking powder there, Spirit. Don't sweep the mess under the rug. Embrace, acknowledge, and appreciate each one. It's reassuring to know that there are no more breakthroughs without breakdowns. You cannot clean up a mess. It has to be reconceived, transformed, and transcended into another elevated creation. Okay, it says, what are the ways I can fully appreciate my biggest so-called mess right now? So why don't you you think of that, or write it in the comments. Or it's also said, list all the messes in your life along with 3 ways you appreciate each one. Out of the mess comes elegant order. Oh, I feel like I'm going to get some defiance in the comment section for these readings. But you know what? Life is messy. It will always be messy. We've all had to deal with some pretty horrendous stuff, myself included. So you're either in the mindset and being open to receive, or you're not. And, you know, I don't judge anybody. I was at a point where if somebody in my 20s would have told me, especially when I was going through some terrible times, they would have said, you know, if you have broken eggs, make an omelet. I think I would have told them to F off. So I feel you. I understand you. Maybe being a little older, a little wiser, and have suffered intense losses along the way, I've realized there's a lot of things that come into light after, during, before, during, and after an event. And like I said, you're either ready to listen to these or not. And, you know, you have my love whether or not you want to tell me to F off. So I feel you. You're on your own path. And I'm A-okay with that. I'm A-okay with that. Okay? So it's not easy being here. It's really not easy. I like this quest. And I always love this card because it's It's showing the two different ways that you can perceive things. There's that two coming in again. There's the field that's beautiful and the field that's diseased, and there's everything in between. Because as you see, it's the way she's perceiving things. Okay? It's the way she's seeing things. We're on a quest. The word quest kind of says it all. Sometimes it's good to step out of the big mess. Like I said, stand in the middle and watch. And really observe. And realize that we're here for a reason. Everything that happens to us or what's in our path, it's either we've caused it or it's happened for a reason. Because believe it or not, sometimes we cause our own disasters. There are things that happen, and I'm not talking about things you can't control. But sometimes one thing leads to another, to another, to another. I've met a lot of people who have drama in their lives, and they've invited it in. So, what is your life trying to tell you? What are the people that you're surrounding yourself with? What are you doing to your own journey? There is answers everywhere. You have people who want a better life, and they complain that the life isn't going the way they want it, but they're not doing anything to fix it. If you want a clean house, you have to clean it. If you want a child to respect you, you have to teach it respect and how to do that. Okay? So this is what I'm talking about. Those one-off things that people like to say, oh, everything is happening to me. And what's happening is that sometimes they let things happen to them because nothing was put in place, nothing was brought in, and those are different types of situations too. Okay? You're on a quest to see, are you letting things happen to you? Have you created a situation for things to happen to you? And that's the wisdom that comes in. That's the miracle that eventually catches up to you. We're going, wait a minute. If I stop doing this the same way over and over again, maybe I'll stop reacting or having these situations keep coming up over and over again. Okay? So this is life and your journey, trying to let you know you want a different way of having in your life. Figure it out. 7. Befriend the word polarize. It's time to focus on these things. Okay? Like I said, now they're bringing in the expansion of Jupiter, also with Saturn coming in. It's important for you to expand on the things that you want to and not expand on the things that you don't. If you have chaos and negative energy surrounding you, either caused by yourself or the outside world, but you're not moving out of it or understanding or seeing that something needs to be done, you're going to polarize something, but you're going to do it in a negative way. You need to polarize on the things that you want. The happiness, the joy, the solutions. 25, number 7. Let's see. It's an important time, Pisces, right now. It's very important. I feel it. Every day feels like a new day for me to get a different perspective. Every time something comes in my path now, I feel like it's trying to tell me that I need to be moving faster in the direction that I want to. And not be stuck in old ways of being. I really feel it every day. Display your inner truth and bravery to share your own personal flavor, your true opinions, movement toward a goal. Opposing forces, again, See, the mess, coming in to give you something more. Transition, growth, personal empowerment. Polarize isn't a bad word. Great leaders are not selling safe, usual, everyday ideas. It's time to bravely put your truth and your wisdom out on display in order to find those individuals who totally love what you're saying. Finding those soulful kindred may mean that there will be others who disagree with what you're all about. There's that mess. And that's okay. It's time to get comfortable with this possibility and steer clear of any safely watered down vanilla choices that are meant to keep you palatable and liked. You are anything but average, so don't hide your powerful message from the world by trying to appeal to the taste of the masses. Growth and change are by nature uncomfortable, and for some people, and your particular brand of magic won't be perfect for everyone. Your people will feel compelled by your authentic stories, courage, vulnerability, and honesty. Be courageous and allow your unique flavor of awesome sauce to shine through. You'll attract people who are fiercely in love with what you're up to, and your heart will feel so full that the light of the world will spill forth from your joy. How can you speak more honestly and directly in your life? Is there something about yourself that you have been hiding in order to play it safe in the world? What about you could shine a little more brightly? Rewrite your bio for your eyes only. Let it flow. Some starting points. What do you stand for? What fires you up? What are your dreams? What do you see that needs to be changed in the world? What is about the big, beautiful life that you'd do anything for? So right, they're saying, polarize, focus, go to the goal that you want and do it bravely. You're on a quest. And yes, it's going to be messy. Absolutely. Big mess. Big, big mess. All the time. But miracles are waiting to unfold. This is where the magic happens. This is where your road has brought you. See? That road? She's just there. King of Cups. The cool, calm king in the mess. Perspective. Hangman. Seeing things from a different point of view. From inside the vortex, as people like to say. The Nine of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Look at this stuff right here. Look at the magic right there, Pisces. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. That's so pretty. I love it. All right. King of Cups. Cool under fire. Takes it all in. Cool as a cucumber. Looking around at the perspective. Yeah, it looks like I'm vulnerable. It looks like I'm stuck, but I'm not. I'm taking a really good time out to figure out what I want to do. The next step. Because the next step is going to bring in so much fruit. It's gonna be your Garden of Eden, the one that you want, and that has all the fruit that you need with no restrictions. Not like the story goes. No restrictions. This tree you grew is yours. You know what type of fruit it is. You know what you want. You know what you're going to eat. You have the High Priestess, your intuition, along with you, guiding you. Letting you receive all of the hits, all the downloads, all of the insight that you need to move forward. You really have all the tools you need. You really do. There's that Four of Cups. The Judgment card upright. It was upside down this morning. And the Eight of Cups. So this time of indecision, this time of stopping, we had it this morning, the non-action. It is an action, non-action. Sometimes that limbo, that perspective, that's sitting in the mess, which these three are showing, that's to give you perspective. There's other parts of your energy that's moving when the rest of you has stopped to look, to see, to ponder, to observe. It's like the word mulling it over is coming in, where you sit quietly and stare and contemplate and look and get an idea of like, there's something off here. There's something I need to look at. There's something I need to see. Okay? And the Judgment card in the middle perfectly showing that this perspective is giving you time to look at things and get a second chance to review things, to change them, to release what's not working, so that your garden after the 7 is coming in while you're assessing and picking the bad stuff from the good. You get a beautiful garden, a gorgeous garden of abundance coming in. With the 8 of Cups, it's just going on a quest. It's that quest right here. Even wearing not the same color, but you see the shawl, the cape. You're going out there to get the answers that you need. To get the fruit, to understand what fruit you need to plant. To get the answers from the High Priestess. You're going to be embracing all of this. There's no more fear in you here. I feel there's maybe sometimes this is not comfortable. But I feel most certainly that you are ready to take whatever comes in. There's no set path again. There's no more like, oh, I need to do a, see, this is the launch card, but it's in reverse. And it comes with the stagnation card. It's just to tell you that this is the stop and start that you're going to be experiencing this year. I take 3 steps. I look. Oh, look. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Oh, I'm going to look at that now. Okay, and then I'm going to keep going. There's going to be a lot of like reviewing, but constant motion. I don't feel inaction this year. In fact, I feel an urgency to act. King of Swords, seeing much higher above. You see him, she's going up in the mountains. Usually the King of Swords, it's about getting a higher view. The King of Swords, sword is about air. It's about soaring above. It's about seeing things and getting a real big picture of everything. And I think that's what you want to see. You want the big pictures of all the tools, all the things that are happening. You are now observing things to see everything that's there. You're not just experiencing things. You're actually, I'm not experiencing things. I mean, just like an accident, like somebody who's accidentally there not knowing what to do. You are fully in the moment and willing to look around you. You're willing to look at the mess. You're willing to go, nah, that's too messy. I don't want to look at it. You're going, what did I do? What did I create? How can I get out of here? What's happened to me from the outside in that I haven't had anything to do with? How do I react to it? Can I react to it differently? Can I walk away from this even though I didn't have anything to do with it? Can I take a moment? Can I take a time to see if, I don't know, giving it time will help it resolve? Is my reaction to it what I need to pay attention to? What of all these bad things that happened to me? How can I use them to better my life, to have more wisdom and understand further everything that happens and why it happens? And use it constructively, happily, and beautifully in my life. Knight of Rods. These are the challenges that we will be facing. But the Knight of Rods, the one thing, they say he's kind of like, oh, you know, he's like brash and, you know, always looking for a challenge. But the one thing about the Knight of Wrongs is that he is fun and passionate about his action. He is adventurous. And we had that on Monday's readings. The passion, the adventure. Look at life as a quest, as an adventure, as something that you can really enjoy, even the parts that are a little messy. Like I said, I'm not asking you to be happy when lightning strikes and destroys your home. I'm talking about the fact that sometimes the little things in life accumulate so much that it turns into a bad day. And sometimes all you really need to do is let them be and observe and see how you react, how others react, and see if there's a different way, a different path, a different destiny that you can build for yourself so that you can really expand and really learn and really go from the Judgment into the World card, into that completion, so that you can start the new way of doing things in a much more open. It's not even optimism. It's open. Open to the experiences. All right, my beautiful ones. I think I've said enough, actually. I think I've said a lot today, actually. But Spirit really wanted to come in and say it's not all a catastrophe. A lot of the things in life, as we consider catastrophes, that up our cortisol levels, are just our bodies reacting out of proportion to stress. A lot, I'd say 80% of the little things that we deal with in life that we let stress us out could be easily turned into something better. Okay? Again, not talking about big events in your life, the stuff that takes your breath away, talking about the little things, the frustrations. Okay? All right, beautiful ones. I'm going to let you go with this today. We've had a lot to say. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have felt a shift in your life. Have you been feeling things switching? Yesterday for me was really a big light bulb moment when I got up and physically walked away from everything and said, that's enough. I would have considered that quitting somehow on myself, and I didn't. I just considered it a well-needed walk away to preserve my sanity and my happiness, and it really helped and worked out. I feel like I passed a test that Spirit and myself had put into place to see if I was really committed to changing the way I was doing things. So I would like you to write me in the comments. Have you been feeling that shift? Have you been feeling that pull to do things differently? I'd love to hear from you. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. Take good care of yourself. Bye for now.